This morning on the Dennis Ball Show, it's CHAP-HOP superstar Mr. B, the Gentleman Rhymer, live from the United Kingdom. And here's your host, Dennis Ball. What is up, ballers? Thank you for being here on a morning. I'm hoping your chat shows up here, but I can see you. Fooling the gang. I see you. Thank you for being here. Keith is here from England, and Georgia Constitution Media is in the house. Good morning, ballers. What is up, you guys? Good morning. And we are here with, let's see if we have anybody else in the chat that I need to shout out. Gertcha, Chaz and Dave Tribute Act. What is up? Hello, Biscuits. Winthorpe is in the house. All hail the chap. That's right, y'all. Of course, we're talking about Mr. B, the Gentleman Rhymer. What's up, man? How are you?
Hello. I'm very well, Dennis. How are you, sir?
I am doing great. Ballers, sound check. Can you hear us? What is up in the chat? Tell me what is up, Winthorpe. All right, ballers, and what's up, chaps? Oh, Mr. B, do you have a name for your fans? Like, I call my fans ballers. Do you have?
Well, since I started doing my streaming and what have you, they've generally, I think they actually named themselves. They're called the Nice Biscuits, or the Biscuits for short.
The Biscuits, nice. All the biscuits in the house, in the ballers, biscuits and ballers. Good morning. Okay, Keith. Good morning. Okay, I think we're getting a delayed confirmation, Mr. B, per the chat that we're online. So, I'm going to ask you, I want to ask you about your rap career. Okay? Now can I ask you, what period of time do you inhabit? Do you have a specific year that you hang out in?
Well, my wife accuses me of being stuck in the 90s. But yeah, I guess I started, I suppose, from the beginning
1890s, or
I operate in two simultaneous centuries.
So yes, I mean, are you like? Is it like 1920? Like
well,
what?
I guess this is it. It's a bit. It's sort of. I suppose it's 1920s mixed with the 1980s, 90s mixed with now.
Yes, exactly. Which is that's amazing. And
yeah,
so,
music from three eras to make something not quite as good as any of them.
Yeah. You know, and your first outing was the incredible single "Eat My Goal."
Indeed.
By your band Collapsed Lung. Ballers, there's a link in the description. I don't know if you get asked about this song a lot or anything.
It does happen, yes.
Kind of kicks ass. It's good.
This is when it. Well, thank you. Yeah. Well, this is when people realise, that's the thing. Often with Mr. B, I don't talk about the past, but yeah, when people know, they know. So we get talking about it. But yes, it was actually written in '94. That one. It was on our first album, Jackpot Goalie, and then it got stolen for a certain soft drink commercial. I say stolen. We gladly.
Really? It was a soft. What soft drink?
Well, it's the one in the red can.
Really? No kidding.
Yes.
Did they steal it or did they license it?
No, they licensed it. It was
okay.
For the Euro '96
tournament. If you don't mind me saying so, Mr. B, ka-ching. Good. Well done.
Well, this is it. You would think ka-ching, wouldn't you? Yes, but this was.
Yeah.
This was eventually '96, which was a time when, even for a little indie band like Collapsed Lung. By the time we'd made that record, we were in debt to the tune of about £250,000 to our label and publishers and everything like that. So pretty much all the money that came out of it went straight to them, which was a bit of a shame.
Oh, that stinks, but yeah.
Yes, well, I mean, on the day we got the advert, we all went down to the local, there's a Lexus garage. It was the 90s. It was a Lexus garage at the end of our where our studio was. A car lot thing. So we were all looking around thinking, I might buy that one, I might buy that one. And then almost exactly a year later, I was phoning up our accountant to see if I was actually allowed legally to collect benefits, because I was completely skint, as they say.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that's rock and roll for you.
They didn't even give you a couple of cases of Coca-Cola?
What did we get? I tell you what I got. I got a Coca-Cola towel. There you go.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. All right, so, but I just want to give shout outs to the chat real quick. Fool and the gang, thank you for giving me a little bit of tips on audio and let me know if it's better. I guess gave a little boost to Mr. B.
Okay, I can always do that this end, but yes, if I'm given a little boost, I'm always happy to be given a little boost.
Genre fluid, the musical maitre d', what's up? Thank you for joining.
We got Jeff.
Do you know genre fluid?
Yes, one of the biscuits.
All right.
Yes.
Right on. Gotcha. All right, cool. And yes, everyone stick around because at the end of the program, Mr. B is going to do a song live on Dennis Ball Show. All right, so you have a bunch of records out. I want to pull them up, and I will ask you about a couple of them if you don't mind.
Of course.
All right.
There they are.
There they are. The Dandanista is really the big one right now, right?
Yeah, well, that's actually, let's think. That was actually from 2019, that album. I've officially released three albums since then, but one of them was an actual full Mr. B the Gentleman Rhymer album, which was 2020's A Thoroughly Modern Existential Crisis, which was my sort of lockdown pandemic album.
Oh, right.
Yes, which had such songs as You're a Twerp on Zoom, or I won't play that one today. What else was there? Oh, I can't remember. Garden Envy, because I live in a block of flats. So during lockdown, everyone was suddenly, very envious of people who had gardens they could actually go and sit out in and what have you.
Oh, right. Wow.
Yes.
I mean, I picked Dandanista because that's actually available on vinyl.
That is true. That's funnily enough. That's the only one I've got available on vinyl, largely because I did release. I thought it was the first album. I thought, okay, I'll bite the bullet because people keep asking me about vinyl. So I thought I will actually get some vinyl pressed. And on the first day, I think I sold. Obviously, I was streaming it online and selling downloads. But I think I sold something. I did cassette as well, and I think I sold something like 400 CDs, 4 vinyls, and 2 cassettes. So I thought, okay, I might have to leave the whole cross format
Oh man,
thing alone.
I'm gonna have to buy one of those records.
I'll send you one over, sir.
Oh, really? Great. Cool. Sounds good. I'll send you one of my band's albums. We have a couple of records out. All right. So, also, you have a Christmas record.
That's right. Mr. B's Christmas album. Or to give it its full title, which doesn't tend to fit on things like Spotify, it's actually called, what is it? One suspects that one's career may be over when one releases Mr. B's Christmas album, but then again, one suspects it might come just before The Masterpiece. That's the full title, which you can see in little letters around the edge of the cover there.
When I do an annual Christmas show, do you think you would come back and do one of your Christmas songs for it?
Certainly shall, absolutely.
That would be awesome.
Yes, definitely we'll do that.
You can't hear it, Mr. B, but the studio audience is going wild at the prospect
That's what
of
we like
you.
to hear.
All right. A huge visual problem. Are you guys not seeing what's going on here? All the albums changed into stripes. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Georgia.
I thought it might have been talking about me.
No, Georgia Constitution Media.
I've never been called that before.
Yes, exactly. Georgia Constitution Media. Yes, Dandanista is available on vinyl. Can't Stop, Shan't Stop. That's a single, right?
No, that's an album as well.
That's a great album title.
Yes, it is. It does have some good song titles in there as well. Like It Doesn't Pay to Turn Up Late to an Orgy. That's a piano ballad.
Oh, that's good.
Yes,
man, you are a you're a comedy writer essentially, right?
Well, in a way, vaguely humorous perhaps.
Do you see your music as like a form of comedy, or are you just trying to because it also slaps, I have to say.
Oh, thank you. Well, this is it I think this thing with making music, I suppose it's humorous music. So if this thing with making humorous music, you have to do each bit of it as well as you possibly can. I try and make the beats as good as I can and the banjo lady playing and trying to get my flow as good as it can be. Because, if you're doing something, this is a bugbear of mine, which is, if people make music which is humorous, even if there's a darkness behind it occasionally.
Yeah.
It's often just dismissed out of hand because it's not, terribly brooding and miserable and what have you. But I think it's harder to write things that are funny than to write things that are miserable.
Yes, it really is.
Yes, I
Fool
think
in the
so.
Gang says, "Fool is a friend of mine."
Oh, and
They
mine too.
and they're a big fan, and they say that your Xmas tunes are a core of the Fooltide special annually.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, Fool was a big supporter. She's always playing my stuff.
Oh man, totally.
Yeah, it's great.
We're pals too, and we actually had a dad joke duel on my program once.
Excellent.
It was pretty good. So yeah, but yes, it's interesting because when you listen to the old Collapsed Lung record,
Yes.
your flow is the same almost. Like you obviously
guess
have
so,
the
yes.
same, like it's the same guy rapping. You can kind of tell. But it's obviously it's non-comedic, but
Yes, yeah. Although there's bits of
what
comedy in there in its own
rappers?
way. When we're
What
actually this
rap?
thing, sorry, say again.
No, I was just gonna say, what rappers like who influenced your
Well, I
flow?
suppose really from when I start, I mean, really, I guess the kind of second golden age of hip hop, I'd say, Chuck D, into Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul.
Oh man.
Yeah, I go, I suppose little hints of the Beastie Boys here and there, but
Yeah.
Rakim, of course, Rakim's just rather magical. So I think it's really that's the era that set my mind ablaze with ideas and what have you.
Okay, so you just sort of unlocked a whole. I'm like, okay, first of all, the whole De La Soul catalog being released
Yes.
online, and sort of that second, wave of access to that is just amazing.
Yes, it's super. Funnily enough, released on the same day as the Collapse Lung re-records album when we Taylor Swifted our back catalogue.
Nice.
Guess thing we're still actually Collapse Lung's still going. It was actually my birthday a few years ago, and my wife, as a surprise, got the band back together for my birthday party, which was a little bit of a shock. I suddenly had to try and remember things from my.
Right, she's like, now go.
Okay, here we go. Go on the stage. Yeah. But yeah, we've actually got we had an album out called 0 Hours Band, which was released about 4 years ago, and we've just about to. I'm in the studio tomorrow and Tuesday, finishing off our next album, which is currently entitled Collapse Lung Weekend Television.
Wow,
so, yes,
that's
we've got some
cool.
new things on the go, which is rather exciting.
Yeah, that is exciting. And is this your first time announcing that on?
No, we've been sort of trailing it a little bit. So yeah, it's kind of it's the first time announcing it, kind of on air, as it were.
Oh my gosh, Genre Fluid, the musical maitre d', is watching on a projector, and they are afraid they broke the projector. Oh my gosh. Okay. Keith is a biscuit who only recently found your online stuffs, but will be joining the guild this month on payday. Well done, Keith.
Yes, the Guild of CHAP-HOP is, of course, my Patreon page.
Georgia
yes.
Georgia Constitution Media is watching this on a boat, on the water. Right on.
Oh, nice. Lovely.
I know. I would also love to be there, Genre Fluid. Lady C. Okay, cool.
Oh, yes, Lady C is my wife, and also she's a DJ. She's rather good.
Yes,
She
Lady
often
C is
guests with
quite
me.
brilliant, says Fool.
There you go.
What does she do?
Well, she DJs all sorts of stuff really. So lots of sort of post punk and weird electro stuff, and yes, what I sometimes call French robot music.
Nice.
So
All right.
yeah, she DJs that, but she's actually a costume designer herself. Works in the movies.
Oh, that's cool. That must be really. So that means you guys must have incredible Halloween costumes. Do you cosplay too?
You know what? We don't. Weirdly enough, we don't often. This, I felt like I'd settled on my look, but yeah, what do we do Halloween? We don't do a lot of Halloween, to be honest. I do occasionally. Well, I did once. Did an all night isolation for Halloween. So yeah, did 8 p.m. till 8 a.m. and I did that in 2020, and I have not done it since because it was.
Wait a minute. What did you do during that time? Did you go into a haunted house or something?
No, it was just I was just playing lots of vaguely, occasionally spooky music, and in a bit of a bit of
Oh,
horror
you were
makeup.
DJing.
Yes, I was
You were
DJing.
DJing.
Yes.
Cool. All right, so hold on a second. Speaking of DJing, I just want to say we had a poll in the chat here, which was, what is your preferred music media, wax cylinder or wind up Victrola for modern 78s? Wax cylinder got 45% of the vote, and just barely in the lead is wind up Victrola for modern 107 or 78s rather 78 RPM discs at 55%. So yes, Jingle Jangle. Lady C worked on Jingle Jangle. I don't know what. Yeah, what is that?
It's a festive kids film. Yeah, it's got. Oh, what has it got? I can't for life remember who's in it. There you go.
All right, so I'll save you, and say we'll move on and say.
Well, it's got Keegan Michael Keane in it.
Oh yes, I saw that. Keegan Michael Key.
Yes.
Your substitute teacher.
Exactly.
Okay, hold on a second. Now we are going to hold on. I have a couple more questions for you. Do you love Weird Al?
I do love a bit of Weird Al. I just recently watched the biopic.
Oh, good,
Weird.
Right?
It's so good. It's absolutely brilliant. And I love the song at the end that just says, well, it's in a film now, so therefore it's all real.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant.
And have you ever met him?
No, I've never met him, actually. I think he's playing over here fairly soon. And I feel sad because I completely missed the opportunity to try and blag myself onto the as a support slot or anything like that.
You still should do that. I mean, I'm sure that you could. They might squeeze you in.
You never know. You never know. I'd have no idea who to get in touch with anyway, to be honest. That's the thing. I'm a kind of one-man show, so I have no agent or anything like that, or no one with any authority. You don't have any.
Yeah, believe me, I'm a one-ball show, and it's even worse because I'm shorter than all the humans, so I'm down on the ground saying, "Hey, give me a gig." The crowd's laughing. Yeah, exactly. All right, Mr. B.
Right you are.
There we go. I just made you taller. So, yes, it's outstanding. Weird is so good. Blah, blah, blah. All right, ballers. And I want to ask you one more thing, Mr. B.
Yes.
You played at Glastonbury.
I have played a few times at Glastonbury, yes.
What's that like? Is that huge? A huge gig?
It is huge, yes. I'll say these two things. I'll say, one, the show is always brilliant, and it's always they're always the best shows. They're just so enthusiastic, and it's always packed out. I think the first time I played it, they had to close the tent because it was just getting too busy in there.
Cool.
And also, well, for someone who plays lots of festivals during the summer, it's an absolute pain in the arse because you have to park about 5 miles away from your stage you're going to, because it's basically a city of 150 to 200,000 people.
Right.
And yeah, you park miles and miles away.
There's no artist's road, huh?
No, there's not really that. You can occasionally find someone who's got a golf cart that you could jump on or something like that. But it's obviously it's in June in England, so 9 times out of 10 it's heaving down with rain and muddy most of the time.
Yeah, so, famously flooded sometimes,
yes,
right?
Exactly, yes. So you're often having to traipse for a couple of hours with all your gear through mud and what have you, and then yes, we don't tend to hang around a lot of the time. I feel like a real killjoy there, but yeah, often I'm just like, oh, let's go.
Yeah, you go in, you do your set, and you're like, see you later, alligator.
In out and put the kettle on.
All right. Speaking of getting out of here, let's go to Chuckleballs.
Cool.
All right, ballers, you can park in the back. Sometimes it can be hard to find parking in Ball City. Come on inside. Hold on. Welcome to my comedy club, Chuckleballs, Gentleman B.
Well, thank you for having me.
Super Bowl. Hold on a second. Sorry, everything's Super Bowl. Let them in. Super Bowl is my bouncer.
You look somehow familiar.
He's the bouncer. Get it?
He's a bouncer. Sorry.
Oh my gosh! It's like I have
taken by the chap with the glasses and moustache there.
Oh yeah, that's Bert Ball, the famous 1970 comedian.
There you go. Bert Ball looks like a ball after my own heart.
Exactly. He was in Cannonball Run. All right. Ballers, I got you guys a beverage, so it's in your fridge or maybe it's in your kettle or your coffee machine. Get your beverage now. There you go. And I'm going to do, some jokes, as you guys all know. I don't know what's going on here with the chat box, but oh wow, yes, Mr. B. And get a seat up front. What's that, Mr. B?
That's actually the CHAP magazine's
flask.
What do you call it? Flask, yes.
That's very cool.
Nunc est bibendum. I think it just means time to drink. I think.
Nice. All right. I have a couple of jokes, ballers. Now, when I tell a joke, tell me if you think it's funny and I'll ding it, or not funny. Okay, Mr. B?
Okay.
This first one goes out to you, Mr. B. There we go. There's the chat showing up. Maine coons imply the existence of secondary coons, Mr. B. Maine coons.
Okay.
You know Maine coons?
Yes, a cat, yes.
Like it's a
okay, yes. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
It works.
I mean, you can say that it's not. Is that funny or no? Is that a no laugh? You're sort of laughing.
I'm laughing. It's nicely finessed. Let's give it a thumbs up.
You can give it a thumbs up. I'm giving it a no laugh.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm just out of fairness. I'm going to mention also to everybody, folks, that these were written by these jokes tonight were written by Dallas Taylor, the science fiction and fantasy author. He's a friend of mine.
Okay.
Too. All right, cool. All right, hold on a second. Not funny, says genre fluid. Thank you. Yeah, the chat movement needs to catch on more on this continent, and also the active pursuit of idleness. Yes, and
Absolutely.
we're doing work on that tonight. So ballers, go into the comments and check out Mr. B's records.
Well, I do have actually a Patreon exclusive album arriving very soon called "The Idle Songs of an Idle Fellow."
Nice.
Which is a sort of some remastered old. So it's basically a collection of all my songs about idleness and laziness generally.
Nice. Cool.
Like how many brilliant minds are lost to work is one of them, and the neglect of my duties, and there's various things like that. Yes, nympholepsy.
Nice. All right, hold on a second. All right, here's one. This one's going out to Fool. Fool, how do you counter disinformation? With that information.
Yeah, I'll give that one. Why not?
I'm giving that one a laugh.
Yeah, let's give that one a laugh.
All right, hold on a second. Okay, this one goes out to genre fluid. Genre fluid, what kind of plant do vampires like the best? Genre fluid. Succulents. Succulents, because they suck on your lens, I guess. I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know if it's
That's quite a Christmas cracker joke there.
Thank you. Yes, exactly. Do they have jokes in Christmas crackers?
Yes, they
Bad
do.
jokes?
They're generally that kind of caliber.
Yeah, it's kind of like Cracker Jacks. All right, here's a good one. This one goes out to Georgia Constitution Media. Georgia Constitution Media. There's a clinical name for when you can't sleep at night, so you just stay awake having snack after snack after snack. It's called insomnomnomnomnomnia. I'm giving that a laugh.
Yeah, I'll let you have that one.
Thank you. You can't hear it, but there's sound effects for each time somebody says yes or no.
Yeah, I was expecting a big laugh for that one.
Yeah, there's dings and stuff. Like I make a ding. Thank you. Fool says laugh at that one. Genre Fluid says that was a good one. Oh boy, says Keith. I'm counting that as a ding. Gak LOL says fool. I'm counting that as a laugh. LMAO says George Constitution Media. I have a meme about LMAO, George Constitution Media, so stay tuned for that. And stay tuned for a song from our guest. We have one more joke. This one goes out to Keith. Keith, when you hire your kid at your company, right, and he goes AWOL, and you have to keep going looking for him every time he doesn't show up for work, that's called finding Nepo. Finding Nepo. Finding nepotism, the nepotizer.
I think the fact it had to be explained a few times, perhaps it'll have to be.
But that's part of what's funny about it. I'm giving it a laugh. You can give it a no laugh if you want, Mr. B.
Well, I think it was almost too much effort where it had to go into it. the explaining thereof.
Okay, I'll give it a no laugh.
So,
Thank you.
I
Oh,
apologize.
That's okay. Winnie, for you, gave me a laugh.
I
got a laugh from Fool in the Gang. I got a laugh from Genre Fluid. We are on a lag, so it's probably the last joke they're laughing at. Keith laughed. Guten Tag, said Fool. Genre Fluid, like that one. All right, cool. Everybody enjoyed all this. Gertrude wants me to ask you about your mashup DJ sets.
Yes. Well, I mean, I did one for Gertrude.
Nice.
Just before Christmas. And yes, no, it's the thing. One of the things that happened during doing the Isolation streams is I played some mashups and they became popular. So I just started making some of my own.
Yes.
And they've proved quite popular. Actually, the CHAP-HOP album is actually an album of mashups, but some featuring me as well.
Featuring your vocal.
Yes, exactly. But there's some weird. I mean, often they're very kind of Anglo-centric. There's a sort of a mashup of which is sort of become the mashup magnum opus, which is I Believe That Orville Can Fly. Now in England, there back in the 80s, there was a ventriloquist called Keith Harris, and he had a shy green duck called Orville.
Okay.
Who tried to talk? I was all shy. And so I basically mashed up. He had a song that was actually a hit over here called I Wish I Could Fly. And I mashed the vocals from that up with R. Kelly's I Believe I Can Fly. Obviously, removing R. Kelly from the scene. And I like to think saving a nice piece of music from the horrors of its original maker.
Right.
And replacing them to a possibly even worse thing, being a green ventriloquist duck. That's as easily as I can explain it to yes, you chaps over the pond.
Oh, nice. And now let me ask you, have you ever heard of the Beastles?
The Beastles? I'm not sure if I have.
Beastie Boys, Beatles,
I'm assuming
mashup project.
I may have possibly
from back in the day, like around the time that you started working, 2007. All right, that's my claim to fame before I did this.
Oh,
all
really?
right, yes.
Oh wow. Okay, I will go and check that out. So
go check it out. You can find it at thebeastles.com, gentlemen.
Oh, great. All right, I will do.
All right, hold on a second. I shouldn't be plugging that because it breaks the illusion that I'm a tennis ball or whatever. All right, everybody.
Sure, tennis ball can do all those things.
Yeah, of course I can. All right, ballers. We're going to go to check out our meme reactions. But first, this message from our sponsor. I love the morning. Time for me and the full, rich taste of Subscribe Golden. It's like waking up to 1,000 new subscribers in my cup. Subscribe Golden. New from Dennis Ball Coffee Roasters. Wake up and subscribe. So yeah, click subscribe, ballers. Thank you for coming in on a Saturday morning / afternoon. All right, so yeah, there was a subliminal message to that, gentleman B. Did you get it?
Oh yeah,
Mr.
I
B?
didn't actually. Well, to be honest with you, I couldn't hear it. So yeah.
You couldn't hear it?
No, but that may be the way we're set.
Oh yeah, you couldn't hear it. That's right. You can't hear it because of the way
just
we're
the way
rolling.
we're set up, isn't it? Yes.
Exactly. My mistake. Yeah. So that was for Subscribe Coffee. Wake up to 1,000 new subscribers in your cup from Dennis Ball Coffee Roasters. All right. So in any case, this is the meme section. It's kind of like the jokes you say if you like it, ding, or don't. Those are the sounds.
Those are the sounds.
And that's what the sounds are. And ballers, same thing. When I put these up, say, oh, I like this one. I don't like this. Like one, for example, do you like this one? I used to work as a... Okay, hold on. here it is. I used to work as a dolphin interpreter. Poorly paid, but I managed to eke out a living.
Yep, that'll get a. Was it a ding for that one?
That one gets a ding. I'm giving it a ding too.
Yeah,
yes, that's cool. It's cool or drool. Yeah, cool.
Oh, that's it. Cool or drool. Right,
Cool or
gotcha.
drool. Yes, exactly. All right, here's
That's a cool one.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a good one. Here's another one. Here's a good one. It's Friday. I'm at work. That's Robert Smith.
There he
You know
is.
that guy?
Oh, yeah, of course. He's
Yeah.
from up the road, actually.
Is he really?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, from Crawley in Sussex, and I live down in Hove in Sussex.
Really? And does he still live there?
No, probably not. That's possibly might do. I'm sure he lives somewhere.
He must
Considering
live
he's brand
somewhere.
new
He
now.
probably fancier, like L.A. or something.
He probably does now, I'd have thought.
All right.
He's got that LA tan.
All right, hold on a second. This is a great one. You'll appreciate this one. Dudes be asking where the bitch is at, but never look inward. I'm giving that a cool.
Yes, give it a call.
You like
Give it a
that
chance.
one? Pardon me, ballers.
Bless you.
Thank you. All right, here's another one, which I think you'll like, which is, look at all these copies of Revolver, but then I have to point out that, this looks like a cry for help.
Unless it's a record shop, a record store that just can't get rid of them.
No, it's actually a guy
Right.
who I'm a Beatles fan, and let me tell you something. There's some people online, man, who are hardcore, and that's a guy who had a lot of copies of Revolver of different kinds.
I think he thought he was going to be able to buy all of them up.
I don't know. I
copy of
think
Revolver.
that it becomes your thing, I guess. I don't know exactly, but like it's weird. Is it for me to judge? I mean, I'm a tennis ball, for God's sake. You know? All right, let's keep moving along here.
Right.
Let's go to the next one here. Oh yeah, this is the one I was telling you about, George Constitution Media. When your friend tells you LMAO, but you see him the next day with his ass. Liar!
Okay, forgive that. I have to say, it took me a small moment. Oh, right, okay, gotcha.
Oh my gosh. I'm giving that a cool. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that'll get a call. That's good.
Yeah, totally. All right, let's see what we got here. Best sponsor ever, says George Constitution Media. Thanks, man. All right, that's awful, says Genre Fluid. I'm putting that as a no laugh, but I think you probably really did laugh. I got a laugh from Fool. Okay, that was the end of that last thing. I'm in this picture and I don't like it. Extra ding for the username, says Fool. That's a little offensive, Genre Fluid. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't put an offensive one. I thought that they were all kind of amusing. But
yeah,
yes.
they seem quite
Yeah,
gentle.
exactly. It's Sunday. Yeah, exactly. It is Sunday, says Georgia Constitution
Sunday.
Media. All right, cool. We got a couple of cools. Yeah, we got a cool from Georgia Constitution. Okay, we'll continue. Sorry, chat. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything amazing. Here's another good one. For the 80s fans, today on Great Moments in Sneering History, we look at the remarkable 44-degree angle achieved by Billy Idol in the lip-curling video for his 1983 hit song Flesh for Fantasy.
I'd say that's even more than 44. But I'd say it's more like a 48.
Yeah, no, that is actually a more, yeah.
I think it
Seriously, that is more like a, I mean, honestly, it's up towards like 50, 60 degrees.
is. Yeah, it could be.
Virtually
vertical.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, I give that
That's
a ding.
cool.
Yeah, I'm giving that cool too. Thank you. All right, let me get back over here. I'm trying like a new sort of way of mixing the show, live baller, so forgive my delays and transitions. All right, let's go to this next one here. We got a couple of cools coming in. All right, thank you. All right, here's a cool one. I was ready to quit alcohol, and then I saw how happy it was to see me. How can I leave that smile?
At the same time, you feel like, how could I drink that smile?
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Why
That's right.
consume that?
Cannibal.
It could well be just
Cannibalism.
sort of saying, come on, don't. Here I am.
Yeah, don't hurt me, Mr. B. And you're like, come here, you. Come here, you little sudsy thing.
It's a sign of affection drinking.
Okay, I give that one a cool. I just thought it was so
Yes,
perfect
let's give it
looking.
a cool.
Yeah,
It's all
he was
cool.
so cute. He was adorable.
It was.
Oblique reference. Okay, good. We got Genre Fluid back online with 2 laughs. Thank you, Genre Fluid.
Okay, good stuff.
And one from Fool in the Gang. And Baboom Tish from Keith. Thank you. An oblique reference. Wow. Thank you, Fool. Okay, we have the... All right, here's a good one that I think, interestingly, I don't know if you have this in England, so here, I'll show you.
Okay.
Peepsy. It's Peeps flavored Pepsi.
Yeah, I don't know what Peeps is.
Peeps are those marshmallow chickens that you get at Easter that are like covered. It's a marshmallow covered in sugar. Okay. So it's not.
No, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think Peepsies are hugely well.
But in any case, it's basically like cotton candy flavored, and then it's Peepsy Pepsi. I mean, I give it just for the sake of grossness, I give it a drool.
Yeah, let's drool it.
But I just thought it was funny, and you might find it amusing. But it's interesting to know that Peeps.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think I'll give it a drool just for my own. I don't know what he was talking about.
Yeah, yes, interesting though, isn't it? Yeah. All right, we have like 2 more, and then we're going to do your song. Never fight a dinosaur, you'll get your ass kicked. You laughed, so
I did laugh. Yeah, okay, we'll give that.
We'll give that a cool. I know, why not? And
the instant reaction was a chuckle.
Exactly. All right, get ready because we have one more meme here, which is this one. Nobody wants to listen to Whitesnake with me, so here I go again on my own. Down the only road I ever known. I better stop before I get dinged for copyright.
Lovely singing voice.
Thank you. All right. Why don't you prepare to do a song for me? And while you do that, I'm going to go to the chat and see if anybody said anything amazing. Peeps, put them in the microwave, says Pool in the Gang. Yes, they will expand. It was news to me that people don't know what peeps don't know what peeps are in England.
Yes, peeps don't, I don't think.
All right, we got a laugh from Genre Fluid. Thanks, Genre Fluid. We got a laugh from Keith. Thanks, Keith. And we got another laugh from Keith. Thanks, Keith. And then we got another laugh from Genre Fluid. Thanks, Genre Fluid. We got a double laugh and a double from Keith. Peeps are marshmallows covered in coarse sugar. Yeah, the sugar scrapes one's teeth as one consumes them. Yeah, and they harden. And originally were just little chickens, which is why they called them Peeps for Easter. And now they have like, Frankenstein head Peeps at Halloween and pumpkin Peeps, and they have all different kinds of Peeps.
I see.
All right. That said, are you ready to do a song for us?
I believe I may be. Yes.
Right on.
Righto. Well, this one kind of explains itself, but obviously, I'd like to point out I'm only joshing with this one.
Hold on, I'm going to see if I can get us to a better space. 1 second here.
Right.
I think I can put us in. Yeah, here.
Oh,
Let me move myself over a little bit here. I'm kind of large. I'm going to move myself to the side here. Hold on. Sorry, ballers. There we are. Oh, geez, and I'm behind the records. I mean, so nuts. Okay, hold on. Let me idle ball wild stack. There we go. All right, ballers. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. B. Mr. B.
Right, you
let's
are.
do it.
I shall. Here we are again at a CHAP-HOP show. We're terribly excited and raring to go. Will he play Timothy? Definitely not. Will he play obscure stuff that I haven't got? More likely. Now I hear the groan of disappointment. You should have known I'm a contrary cove. You've overestimated me. I've the better place to be where I might remove my strides and prepare a cup of tea. Find the Welsh channels on the telly. Pop the contents of the minibar into my belly, so let's plough through this rubbish one more time before off to Bedfordshire I climb. And when I sell you merchandise, we'll be the best of friends. But that friendship's bound to die when that transaction ends. Why? I'm looking forward to leaving. I'm looking forward to getting thrown out. I'm looking forward to leaving. Oh, that's what I'm all about. I'm sure your company's rather splendid, but you know that when we talk I can't wait to end it. Leaving's just my favourite thing to do. That's true. Like I said, just joshing, of course. No, it's not your fault. You're all perfectly grand. I just habitually like to leave whenever I am. I'm sure you're nice and I'm sure you are too. But it's something that I just have to do. When ladies take my hand and try to lead me to the floor, I'll bust a chap rock for their eyes, then chap step out the door. Why? I'm looking forward to leaving. I'm looking forward to getting gone out. I'm looking forward to leaving. Well, that's what I'm all about. I'm sure your company's rather splendid, but you know that when we talk I can't wait to end it. Leaving's just my favourite thing to do. That's true. Banjolele solo. It's all been nice, now I must go and watch the lovely ladies phone-in show. By accident, of course, I don't mean to. Cheerio.
Right on. Thank you so much, Mr. B. That was incredibly awesome. And the bleeping.
The bleeping. Oh, of course, you know, you have to keep it tasteful. I often find a comedy bleep is funnier than the word itself.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have to say the sensors were on. They were on that button, like.
Oh yes.
Ready.
I have them there. They follow me around everywhere.
Well, I'm going to let you go because they're starting to creep up on me right now.
Right you are, yes.
Ballers and Biscuits, thank you for joining us this fine morning / afternoon. Mr. B, thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Dennis. A pleasure.
Everybody check out Mr. B's records, and we're going to leave with this wonderful song, Per Usual, from... Let me find the thing here. Why everything's so crazy here all suddenly? Hold on a minute here. With this hit song from our friends, the Possum Kingdom Ramblers.
And a 1 and a 2.
1, 2, 3. Dennis Ball, Dennis Ball. The world outside is making me so sad. But when I watch your show, it seems the world is just a joke. And things don't seem so bad. Your multi-personality is worth more than your pedigree. You're rolling with the punches like a champ. With all your skill, you're sure when you like to rule when you walk in.
That's just